Welcome to this video where I will demonstrate the functionality of my application iris-geo-map. This application is a tool to visualize geographical data by generating interactive maps by using embedded Python functionality. So the application is using the Folium Python library, and here we have the documentations. And actually this library is using the strength of leaflet JavaScript library. These are the some of the features. We can just get the details of any location. We can mark the location and save as a HTML. We can just display different layers of the map. We can mark the locations. We can combine the locations while zooming out. And we can draw on the map some lines, some other visual tools, and we can just measure the distance as well. We can draw bus lines by using polyline functionality. We can display weather data by the raster layers, and we can display mini map on the map, and we can just display the latitude and longitude values by just hovering the mouse on the map, and we can display the image, floating image on the map. So there is we have online demo here. So in this online demo we have all these tabs here. So let's start with the tiles. So here we can display multiple tiles by just selecting, and this is just we can mention while drawing the map. We can mark on the locations. For example, here I am marking some of the location. The data is coming from the SQL table, where we just define the latitude and longitude and the name by clicking to show the name which we provided, and then we just cluster the locations. Now it's displaying there are 3 locations, and just when I am zooming in, so I can just display the locations, and we can just customize these point markers. We can draw on the map. So here we can select any just the marker, the circle, and here we can just measure the distance for one point to the other point, so it will show the distance, and some other tools as well. Then there we are drawing the bus lines by using these polylines. So this is just a drawing to draw the all the route of the bus, and then we can display the weather data. So here we have the weather data, and we can just change the view, and this is a mini map, so at the bottom, so we can just drag and see the details and the mouse position. So here we are displaying these values, and this is a floating image we can just put on the map. So this is the application. So let's go to the code. So this application is using this class. This is dc.iris-geo-map.folium. So this is our main class, and here I'm using the embedded Python, just mentioning here the language Python, and this is all the Python code. And here I'm using some libraries. Here I'm using GeoPy, to get the details of the address, and this is a Folium library to display the map and just put some markers. So these are the functions. So this will just show you the get the details. So let me demonstrate this one. So let's so here we have one example. So we are using this function get geo details. So I'm using the same function, invoking the same method here in the terminal. So when I enter, so it's displaying the information. This is a location, address, and these are the other values. So we are calling this function, and it's just using this nominatim to get the details and displaying the location. This is a location, address, and other values. Next, let's use this function. So this function will get the string and just split the values and the mark on the map, get the details, and then save it to HTML file. So this required two parameters. One is the string and then the path of the HTML file. So let's copy the example here. So here we are marking some locations. So this is a code. So I just copied this code. I'm using the terminal. So here I'm saying that get me the marker of these locations. So here we can mention the address or the city name or any address related details, and then we are saying to just save as a HTML on the D drive. Just save this information to this HTML file. So this is my D drive. So let's run it. Okay, so the file is generated. This is the file. So this is a HTML file, completely interactive. So here it marks all the location which I mentioned here. So here I mentioned this Cambridge, New York, London, UAE, Jeddah, Lahore, Glasgow. So it's marked all these locations. So basically what it's doing, it's taking just splitting all the names here, and then by using this is just drawing the location, and here is taking these two parameters, latitude and longitude, against the data address, and then it's displaying on the just adding this to the map, add to, and then it's generating this HTML, and this is basically the main code here. This is the function of the Folium. It's just wrapper the HTML and give the iframe. So this is iframe. We are putting this iframe into HTML. Just we are designing the proper HTML, and after that we are saving that file to the path. So at the end, so this is a file we had. And the next, this is our application. So here I will just demonstrate how we can plug in this map to our CSP application. So all we need is to just design our CSP page, and first of all we have to just extend the functionality to use over this class Folium DS. So this is our CSP application. So here I'm displaying all the details. So here after the body, I'm just extended this library. It's the same library, and after that all we have to do just call that function. So here I am just calling that function. This is the parameter I'm passing, and based on the parameters, so these are all the parameters. So basically these are all the parameters. So all I'm using the one library to draw all. So this is the main is calling this function, and this function is returning the iframe, and this we are displaying to the file. So let me just go to this tiles code. So this is our library. So basically it's calling this code. This is a tile code. It's importing the library. These are some plugins. Here is drawing the map. So these are the layers. I'm using this layer. We can use different. This is a zoom start. We can just put the value. This is the default location of the map. Then we are adding some layers, and then here I am just getting the wrapper HTML iframe and then returning this iframe. And what system is doing is here is just invoking this method and getting all the HTML iframe and putting here. Same with the other functions. Based on the parameter, I'm calling different functions which are all here in this library. So what it's doing is just displaying that information there. So if anyone need to just add in the application, so all it has to do, just in the application, just extend this class and add the function to iframe or anywhere, maybe in the table or somewhere, to display this data. So this is the online demo. This is just layout of the application. This is the same which I demonstrated here. So that's it. Thanks for watching.